אוקיי, שידור לייב מתחיל עכשיו. בואו נראה מה קורה בכל הרשתות, יוטיוב, פייסבוק. שלום לכולם. אם יש לכם תגובות מגניבות כבר לשלוח עכשיו, זה הזמן. אני אוכל לראות אותם פה ולהגיב עליהם. אז בואו נראה מי איתנו. נכנס לפייסבוק, ובואו נראה מה קורה ביוטיוב. יוטיוב זה פלטפורמה שהשקעתי בה הרבה. באופן מפתיע, הסרטון הראשון שלי זה הסרטון הכי מצליח שם, על מדיטציה. הנה, אני רואה את עצמי. טוב, שלום לכולם. טוב, בואו נתחיל, ומי שיש לו הערות שירשום אותם בהמשך, וירגיש חופשי להגיב פה. אז הנושא, אוקיי, ואני אעבור לאנגלית. Okay, hey everyone. This is Dor from Doorway to Possibility. Today I came on these two platforms, Facebook and YouTube, live to you to bring you this amazing content of feeling lost. The feeling that you're lost, you don't have your center, you're maybe alone, you feel the world is closing down on you. You know, now with the situation, we're in COVID, a lot of people are in their houses. Some people lost family members and friends, and a lot of people are isolated at home, can't go out, can't go to the usual things that we are used to do, going partying and festivals, just to our day-to-day events, even the gym. And a lot of people feel lost. I get that from a lot of clients of mine that talk to me about these things. And today I prepared for you some maps and some actual maps, like I'm going to share now, maps that we have from Possibility Management. And I prepare for you all these tools. There's a nice music in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. So if not, imagine this nice Indian music in the background. And today is the first series, the first live talk from the series of talks that I took a stand of doing. When I say I took a stand, it means that I chose to be here to bring you this. I chose to take a stand to bring you this content, so where this is going to eventually, that you won't have to feel like you're alone. You won't have to feel like you're lost, like the world is closing down on you and you have nothing to do and you really can't find your path in life. I think that's the biggest thing most of us feel today, and I felt that for many years. Really, even in the beginning, even when I started coaching people, it was 4 years ago. Even then, even when I started coaching, my purpose was not that clear. My calling in life, what I'm here to do, it wasn't that clear. And as much as I evolve and grew and got all these tools and distinctions, what we call in possibility management distinctions, it helped me to really jack in to my archetypal lineage, which means really to understand what am I doing here in this world? What am I doing? What I'm here to do? So for me, it's about helping people. It's about evolution, transformation, about giving people possibilities, creating connection and love with beings, and helping people to get to know the real being, the real spirit, what's in the Indian Native American tradition that I feel very connected to lately. They talk about a lot about the spirit. So this is what they're talking about. And I want to really jump into that and already talk about one map that we have in possibility management. It's called the map of the five bodies. So I talked about this in my latest video on YouTube because I think this is the most amazing and important subject to talk about. And it's the five bodies that we have. So we have our physical body, which is just the body, our blood, our bones, our muscles. And we have our intellectual body, our mind, what we call the thought. We have our emotional body, so the feelings, the emotion, and we have the energetic body. So energetic body, it's something that you can get to know if someone puts his hand into your space, or for example, is going to take your fork. Even if you didn't see that, you can feel this energetic space around you. That's what we call the energetic body, and it's in charge of a lot of things. Like for example, in music, you hear this rhythm. How do you know to be in the rhythm? What tells you that? Is it your thought? Do you analyze it? Is it your instinct? It's your energetic body that's in charge of space and timing. And we're going to talk a lot about this in our advanced talks. But I really want to talk about the basic here and what it means to feel lost. So before we begin, if anyone have comments and you want to share something, or just type in, hey Dor, I'm here in this place in California, I'm here in Portugal, where I am now, and by the way, I'm in Portugal, or I'm in Israel, and just give me a shout out, hey Dor, I'm here, and keep going, tell me something, questions, anything like this. I'm open for comments. So let me just jump into the first thing, what it means to be lost, what it means. I posted this thing, we are lost, we feeling lost. What does it mean? So I collected all these examples from myself, from my journey, from times that I felt lost, and from people I work with, and also from friends, from family, from people I hear all these things. So what it means to be lost. So something that happened to me about a week ago made me feel really lost. That I was in my trip. I took a trip here to the north Portugal, and my stuff got stolen. My car got broken into, and all my stuff got stolen. And suddenly you feel like someone pulled the rug under your feet, and it's like, wow, someone is here to harm me. Someone just did so much damage to me, like stolen goods of like 2,000 euros or more, and my clothes, like my things. And this creates a lot of liquid state, which we're going to talk about later. It puts you in this liquid state, you don't know what's going on, and you feel lost. And this is how we cope in possibility management, this feeling of lost. It's either mixed emotion, it's either liquid states, that something in your one of the bodies that I just talked about, intellectual body, physical body, each one of these body can be in a liquid state, or it can also be that you're in the swamp. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the three things, and let me just write them down here as a banner. I'm going to create a banner of the three, so people that join us know what we're talking about. Three things that make you, or three things that symbolize, and forgive me for my I rather not write it in English. things that show that you feel lost. Liquid state, that's one. The other one is the swamp. And the third thing that makes you just feel lost is mixed emotions. And for this, we do healing processes in possibility management. So, yes, perfect. So let me do a quick check here on the platforms. Yes, I'm online. All right, cool. With this. Okay, so what are the other examples that we feel lost? So maybe we're in isolation at home, and we talked about it in Corona. Just someone sent us a message. Now you're isolated for 1 week. Just stayed home for 1 week, and you start to feel lost. Like, what's going on? Maybe we read all this stuff about like how COVID is not a real thing, even, and what's going on? Who's the people that are in charge? Who's the people that send me these text messages? Even I need to be home. And what's going on in the world? The world seems so scary. Is the world going to end? What's my economical state going to be? Am I going to find a job? Am I going to lose my job? For example, for me, I lost my job in the beginning of COVID, which I actually took this opportunity and did something with that. I'm going to talk about this later. And yeah, feel lost from all that. Another options that we feel lost can be we're in a gremlin relationship. And that's in possibility management language. In self-development language, we call this toxic relationship. And in just normal language, we call this maybe not healthy relationship. We're stuck in this relationship, we're enmeshed with the other person. We can't find our legs and our heads in that, and it becomes just like source of low drama. Okay, source of this drama that just dragged us to feel like a victim, to feel like prosecutor. I blame the other person. You did this to me. You hurt my feeling. You never think about me. You never clean the house. You never there for me when I need you. Or we're the victim in that example. Or we can be the savior. We save the other person. We take this role of a savior. We're going to talk also about this in this series. And yeah, we're in this gremlin relationship, and it makes us feel lost. Another option to be lost, and I'm going to put the whole list that I have here. I have this whole list here. It's written in Hebrew, as you can see. And another possibility is we feel lost because we don't know what to choose. We lost our sense of how to choose things, and we're stuck. Like, what am I gonna go to school with? Career now? I don't know even what I want to do. I don't know what I like. What if I'm gonna start and in 2 years I'm not gonna like this major? Or something like maybe I'm gonna move to this apartment and I don't like this roommate and I need to pay with all these checks and to commit to that now. I don't know where I want to live, which city, what's going on, where am I moving? I want to be abroad, I want to travel, but then I need to study and then I need to stay here, and wow, getting us to all this liquid state, and we feel lost. And another thing is the career, what I'm going to work in. So for example, one of my friends now, he want to take this job and he actually have money to travel, but he wants to take this job and he doesn't know what to do. Am I going to go travel or going to commit to this job? I need to find a job. I need to develop my career. And I don't know what to do. It made me feel lost a little bit. And this goes a little bit darker from here. So a little bit context about what I do. So for me, all these teachings is not about, all the fluffy stuff. It's not about the mainstream. Just believe in yourself. Just love yourself. And all this chocolate, um, second. Yeah, it's not about all this, giving people the chocolate. It's about giving the people the clarity. And sometimes the clarity comes with this edge, this edge of, whoa, I need to change things, I need to develop. And sometimes it's scary to hear that. For me, always developing, always doing this work, it's like on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, I get like really intense feedbacks on myself and things that I want to improve, healing process, a lot of these things that it's crazy sometimes. So this is not about the fluffy stuff. It's about the dark side, the shadow side of yourself. It's like what is truly inside you that make you feel lost. What is this side of you that maybe push people away, that make you not connect to other people, that make you feel alone? What is these things that you pressed inside deep since you were a kid, even maybe? And we all have those things. We all have these structures and box that we created for ourselves that pushes people away and create this boundary around us. And sometimes it's when we grow up, it becomes invisible. We don't see, and we end up alone in all this situation, lost. We don't know where is it come from. So I'm not the kind of trainer that is giving you the fluffy, let's just, do meditation and everything disappear. Let's just love ourselves and be nice and love everyone. I'm not saying this is bad, but this is the chocolate. And what we really want to go is to dive deep and to understand what's going on deep inside. So that's the kind of journey that we're starting here right now. So how is it get darker? What else makes us feel lost? So let's say we chose something and it feels endless. Okay, it feels like we chose this commitment, maybe this job, and we're stuck in this job 9 to 5. We hate our job, we don't have any options. That's another friend of mine. She don't know, she want to change her job, she want to start her own business, and everything, the choices she made in life, they seem just endless, like she's stuck, and that makes her feel lost. Another thing is the world is closing down on us, and I talked about it in the beginning. It feels like the world is closing down. The world is going to end. There's this methane gas that's going to explode, and the ozone and the global warming, and all these people are moving from places, like immigrants from everywhere, and everything is chaos. The government is corrupted, like this organization, this corporation that rule the world, these families, and they're going to take everything from us. They're going to take all the research. They're taking control of the water. China, what's going on? The world is going to end. And that's another state we're in that makes us feel lost sometimes. Another thing is that we don't have around us the friends. So some clients that I work with sometimes just feel alone, and they tell me, like, I feel alone. I spend the whole day alone, just watched movies, and I don't know, like, how to find friends. I tried this to go to these courses, or I try to study that, but I can't really find these friends. I can't really find like a meaningful relationship with the opposite sex, and that makes me feel alone. Another thing that makes us feel lost, and this is getting really dark. Welcome. This is just the first episode. And another thing that makes us feel alone is we are in mixed feelings. So we feel euphoria, we feel burnout from everything, we feel despair, we feel hysteria, we don't know what to do. In possibility management, we call it mixed feelings, mixed emotions, actually. When your emotions are mixed, you feel fear, anger, joy, sadness, a few of these four at the same time. We call it mixed emotion. And today we're going to go through some tools. So it's not just going to be this dark conversation. I'm just going to give some tools for people to find out how to get out of this. Also, it's not the end. It's not the end here. And also something that can make you feel lost. And we have like 4 more things to cover is in physical body, feeling ill. For me, I had this back pain. I went to do this audition for Ninja Warrior, and it was so funny because I kind of thought that I can do anything with my body for many years. I thought that I'm like this Superman. I can surf and the same day skate and run 5 kilometers in the same day and lift things. And I thought I'm a ninja. And then I got this audition. And this was after me not really taking care of my body for a long time. And I went to do this audition and I jumped from one thing to another, and like I heard this thing. And the next day I was in bed for 2 weeks and I had this something move in my like my disc. It didn't break, but it just moved, and like 3 discs moved, L2 to L5. And I had this pain for 2 years. And sometimes it makes you feel lost. I feel this pain and I don't know how I'm going to solve this, how I'm going to get out of this jam. And I really felt lost about my body. So for me, the end of the story is doing yoga and discovering the Hatha Yoga of Sadhguru, which I recommend. Is one of my mentors and gurus that I follow. His name is Sadhguru. His Hatha Yoga is different from anything you see in a studio. And really, it promised to fix my back. And it actually, after doing this Hatha Yoga, it actually did. So now I surf in really tense conditions. Maybe I'll show you a picture later. And my back is fine. So it can be a lot of things in the body also. Maybe it's something that you can't cure. Maybe it's sickness. Maybe it's endless. Maybe it's I don't know. It can be a lot of things. And it makes us feel lost. So I want to bring it here. Another thing is we have anxiety. So anxiety is a big thing. And another thing can be we are in the mix of all these chemicals. Okay, so we're our chemicals, we're under maybe antidepressant pills, which I used to take. Make you feel really numb. It's very bad. I don't recommend to do that. I recommend doing other stuff. There's 20 things that I can recommend you if you text me now. I actually did a video about it before you do the pills. So if you're a doctor, if your doctor told you something, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what can you do before even thinking about doing that can improve things for you in a major way. Things like eating right, going out to nature more, like taking care of your body, your emotion, your intellect, your energies. And yeah, but this is definitely something that if we're addicted to something, like even weed, can make us feel lost. And I have a lot of friends that are there. And maybe we can't find a job. Maybe we can't see our economical future, and it makes us feel really sad. And also, by the way, this is my possibility stone. Just want to present it here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. It's a really cool thing. And another thing we can do is maybe we're in physical danger, like someone is physically in danger of us or mentally in danger of us, or we're in this jam, someone is chasing us, something bad is going on. I know I felt that for short periods of my time. Like really, this life you can get complicated with a lot of things, and usually the story is that you created this and you brought it to yourself, but that's maybe something you understand down the road. For now, you just feel lost. And also, okay, so we come to the last thing. So before the last thing, I have another thing that I just thought about. It's all of them together. So for us, for a lot of us, and for me definitely during the years, it was mixed of few of these things that I read here, and I read 14 things. So let's add a comment. 14 things that make you feel lost. So yeah. So, and the last thing that I added, the last thing, it's maybe you're all good. Maybe everything is amazing for you. And maybe you still, even though everything is good, feel lost. So that's my final and fifth thing. And let's start to talk and jump right into what you do about it. What can you do about it? What possibilities do you have to get out of this hole? And let's shake ourselves and get in from this energy, this dark energy that talking about this thing pull us down. And let's talk about it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the map of our center. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Yes. So the first thing that can help us to get out of this thing, it's like the first aid kit. It's really, after doing 7 years of self-development, I haven't learned of this most simple thing. And at the same time, when I learned it, it was kind of more clear to me. So maybe for some of the people, it's gonna sound weird here in the beginning. So, oh, good. Sure, to show my center. I didn't thought I had it. So for maybe some of the people, it's like, what is this stupid map with these people? It's like a 4-year-old kid draw like this. It's ridiculous. And I get it. So the first thing is, yeah, let's try it, let's see what it can bring to us and not think inside our box. So this is the map of our center, how to find our center. And what happened in the map here, you can see that there is this man, okay, and you see this empty circle on his center. So let's talk about the center. The first thing we have is the physical center. What is the physical center? Its center is right here. Okay, 3 fingers below our belly button, and you can go ahead and find your center. You can put 3 fingers under your belly button here, and it's in the middle. So it's not here in the surface, it's in the middle of your body. And if you think about it, how to find it, let's say you do acrobalance, and it's like when you're a kid and someone puts you in the air with his feet and you balance like this, like an airplane. The place that your balance is exactly in this point. Okay, this is the point, your center, your physical center. It's actually like a real center of gravity. And you can do some like things like this, pushing forward to try to feel it. And you can also do yoga and learn about that. So this is the physical center. And how to find, now we have another center, it's our emotional center. Our emotional center is here in the heart. This is where we feel things, we feel anger, we feel joy, we feel fear. We feel it in here. Okay, feel sadness. Also, we have our intellectual center, which is here. It's like, you know, this statue of this thinking man. It's because his center is in the intellectual center. Okay, it's like this. After a test, it happened to me in university. I was like, after 4 hours there, so I'm like, all my energy is here. And we have the energetic center, which is the most important. It's usually somewhere here or here for many of us in modern culture. So what we want to do, we want to bring our energetic center, and again, what it is exactly, it's like a feeling. It's like, you know, when someone put his hand into your food, it's like you feel him, you feel this energy, or someone comes into your space. So this is your energetic center. So you use your attention to scan where it is. And when you find it, maybe it's here, maybe it's here, maybe it's here, usually it's here or here, you bring it down with your attention. So using your attention to find it, and you taking it down with your intention. Your intention, you declare it's here. You bring it into your physical center. And just when I said that and I brought it down, I could feel like more centered already. I don't know if you can feel it, but I feel more centered right here. And when your energetic center is on your physical center, that's our base position. It's like, you know, this sword or this karate or this martial arts, they hold the base position. So in Wing Chun, it's like this. So this is the basic position. Okay, so you just center. It's your basic position of you as an adult in life. This is when you find your center, you already feel a little bit less lost, because your physical center and your energetic center was lost because it was somewhere here and you didn't notice. Or we're going to continue to the map and see. So it goes here, okay? You bring it here. You use, again, I'm going to do it on full screen before I share the map again. So you have your energetic center. You bring in it with your attention and intention to your physical center, and you declare, this is here now. I'm centered. Okay, this is called I'm centered. And now when you talk from here, when you do things from here, you take decision from here, it's different. Okay, and we go into the map, and it's not only that we lose our center to ourselves, we also sometimes give our center away. And that's what you can see in this drawing here of the map. You can see this guy, he brought his center here, and he thinks I'm safe. Why he feels safe? Because modern culture, society taught us to bring our center. Why? That's a big question if you haven't looked at what is the purpose of a lot of the institution and modern culture. So part of it is when you give your center away, it's easier to control you. For example, they can sell you stuff. Like if you're not in your center, you're going to think, oh, I need all these fancy, nice clothes to feel in my center or to feel belong. So we feel lost because we give our center away. And then when we feel lost, what do? We go shopping, we go buy things, or we get addicted to drugs or alcohol, which serve all these huge corporations. So the modern culture is built on us giving our center away in the last years. So this is what they teach us in school, to give our center to our teachers, to our parents, to our boss at work, all this authority figure, even to the government. So when I'm complaining, I'm a victim to the government. It's basically I'm giving the center away to the government because I'm a victim. So that's one way to give the center away. So what do we feel? What do we think we feel? We think we feel I'm safe when we give our center away, but actually it makes us feel lost because we lose our will, responsibility, we lose our power, we lose our power to decide, we lose our voice, we lose our ability to choose between things, we lose our authority, our clarity, our ideas, and inspiration. So look at how many things we're giving up. And yeah, this is, we're gonna talk about the gremlin later, but this is the other guy. And the other guy, what he do, I don't want your center. So for example, for that is like, sometimes a friend of mine is coming to me and he's like, yeah, can you I just can you do this, solve my problem? And he's coming from like a victim point of view. It's like, so it's basically is that taking responsibility of something, and is giving his center away to me, and I don't want his center. I don't want to be a savior. I don't want his center. I don't want the part of the low drama. I want him to put his center on himself, and from that, maybe to ask possibilities, give me possibilities about that, or give me feedback, or give me coaching, which is different from giving someone your center. Like, the responsibility is yours. Here, I'm not an adult. And it makes you think you're safe, but it's actually the other person is like, no, I don't want your center. So you can see it also in interactions. So let's say you come to meet someone new and you're like, hey, how are you? Where you from? Are you? Yeah, I'm happy. And it's like you're giving your center away. Or another conversation between adults, it can be, hey, nice to meet you. Hello. So as you can see in the map down below, when you're centered, what do? You say hello. That's the first position. When you meet someone, you both are centered and you say hello. And that's, if you sit about it and think about it for a while, it could be the first time you ever did that. So it's, if you're gonna do it right now, it can be the first time you ever did it. So for me, when learning about this about 2 years ago, my mind exploded, because I thought I know all these things about self-development, and just this basic thing of being centered and being an adult and coming like, hello, hey, and not like, hey, I admire you, I put you on this pedestal, or even, you're nothing, I look at you like you're nothing, you're not important. It's also like giving your center, but in a different way. So this is the first map of finding your center. And that's just an example, folks. It's just, this is our where it's going. We're going to work with all these maps that give you distinctions and tools to really feel more centered, to connect to your emotions and feelings, to heal your feelings and emotion. And yeah, let's just check. I see, oh cool, comments. And yeah, this is where it's going. It's going to find our center and really taking our authority back from the government, from our teacher, from our boss, from all the people that give to authority, take it back and put in our center, in our physical center, and initiate that to make us feel that we're not lost. This is the journey. And we have a lot of distinction, few maps that we're going to see, and this is where it's going. So cool. I'm happy that we did it. So another thing, and the last thing we're going to talk about today, it's emotions from the past. Okay, this is the last thing, and we're going to take a small break of 2 minutes and we're going to come back. Okay. And we're back. So let's talk a bit about mixed emotion from the past. So mixed emotion is one of the things that take us the most to feel lost, because let's say I just feel anger right now. So we have 4 feelings. I'm going to actually share the map of that. And that's the old thought map of feelings, the old map of feelings, okay? And you see we have 4 major feelings. We have anger, we have, oh, there you go. We have anger, we have sadness, we have joy, and we have fear. And this is in possibility management, we call, it's like the RGB. There's 3 colors that make all the other colors if you mix them. So the first, same like this, we have 4 emotion or feelings. When we start to mixing them, it creates all the other ones. Now, why feelings and emotions? Feelings are something that we experience for a few minutes and then they go away. So that's the healthy adult way to feel something. I feel joy about this. Okay, next few moments after, I can feel sadness or anger. I can feel some of them together during the day. And those feelings, it's like a compass. It takes me on this journey in life. Okay, we're going to talk later about where your journey is going. But for now, let's just leave it feelings like that. And emotion is something that's stuck from the past. Let's say, for example, when I was a kid, my kindergarten teacher told me to shut up in front of all of the class, and I felt angry, but because she was the authority figure, I couldn't say anything and I didn't complete my anger. So since then I decided, okay, I'm a quiet boy, because I was afraid of her. I was afraid she's gonna take me away of kindergarten, and I don't know what's more is there. For a little kid, kindergarten, it's all his world. So, I thought I'm gonna die maybe. So what I decided, I'm a quiet boy. I'm a good boy. I'm a boy that doesn't speak without permission. And then I split myself. And in those moments, I felt anger and I couldn't complete it. I couldn't complete the feeling, so it's stuck as an emotion. And today, 30 years later, when I'm about to go on stage, I feel fear like I'm gonna die. Why is that? Because I have all these layers that I build on. I'm a quiet boy. I'm a good boy. I don't like to talk to people. I'm shy. As I grew up, I added more layers. Like, I don't like to talk in front of a lot of people. I feel fear to raise my voice. I feel fear to smile in front of people, to express myself, to say what I really feel. All these layers that stuck. And what we want to do to complete that is to go back and do this healing process when you complete this anger. Now, why it's called the old thought map of feelings? Because think about for a minute how society is treating feelings. So let's say if you know someone that is angry, what society is going to say about him? And if you have any ideas, you can write it down in the comments below. So, for example, if you look at the map, so anger leads to violence. That's the old map. That's how modern culture thinks about anger. It destroys, it's impulsive, it's too loud, it's too chaotic, it's aggressive, right? Can you think about these things? Sometimes you see someone angry and think like is aggressive. Is low IQ. You think someone is like probably is not like socially, financially have this, or is low IQ. You think they're, what else? Give me some examples. You think is unnecessarily upset. It's just crazy. Or a big thing about like women in society, when women like grow up, we say, okay, this if like women express anger, we say she's a bitch, she's a crazy bitch, right? Because like it's like women are not allowed to express anger. And for men, it's the opposite. For men, it's sadness. Men are not allowed to feel sadness. Even as kids, when you cry, what do they tell you? It's like, man up, be a soldier, you're a hero. So they take away from you the possibility to complete this feeling, and then you're stuck with this old emotion. You never complete the sadness. And that creates a lot of mixed emotions. For example, I'm wondering to give this example, it's a little bit private, but for me in kindergarten, they left me a grade. So when they left me a grade in kindergarten, just because I was a few months, I was just between the years, and I thought I'm going to move a grade next year to first grade. And then they told me I'm going to stuck in the kindergarten. In that moment, I felt anger, I felt sadness, I felt fear, and I couldn't express it. I just froze. Do you know that when you feel frozen, you feel like hysteria, you feel just freaking out, lost. You feel lost. That's what makes you feel lost. Anger, sadness, fear together. And I couldn't complete that as a kid. And once I did this emotional healing process, went back there and separate this mixed emotion that I had, I could really express it and let go of this. And it's not only let go, like just let go, it's like composting this. It's like using this, releasing this energy and using that for my growth, for my evolution. So it's not like a release, just like something unconscious. It's very conscious process that you control the whole time. You're fully yourself in that process. It's just that you're using this stuck emotion to grow from it. So anger, fear, sadness, mixed emotions. And yeah, that's the last thing. And I'm going to return to the meta conversation of this talk. And we're 47 minutes in. We almost finished. And the only thing that I want to talk to you about is a liquid state and the swamp. So I'm going to talk about it really briefly. That's what makes you feel lost. The swamp is life gives you feedback. Like, for example, me, when all my stuff got stolen, the way I told you last week, at the beginning, I felt lost. I felt like someone is trying to do harm to me. Someone is doing bad stuff to me. And I didn't know, I felt lost. But actually, is life giving me feedback on the way I behave? So it's not like a good bad thing. We don't have this good bad thing like the church kind of thing. It's not a good bad thing. It's just feedback of like, okay, I'm carrying too much things. I'm losing too much energy on carrying all this stuff with me that I don't need. And so life gave me this feedback. It's like you're carrying too much stuff, or you're not careful for your things, or you're just irresponsible for your things and you don't appreciate your things enough. And I just left them in the car in the middle of the night and someone stole them. So in the beginning, I felt like a victim. Oh, they stole from me, these shitty people. And after a while, after I did this process and completing emotion, it's like what we do in possibility coaching, which is what I do. You can go into my website now, www.doorway2possibility.com, and learn about this possibility coaching, how to understand all these things. So I understood that it was just feedback from life. And once I told myself, this is life feedback, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with this feedback? It helped me to go back and stop feeling lost and go back to my adult responsible ego or state. So we're going to learn next time we're going to show the map of feedback and how to not be in the swamp, which is basically feeling lost, and how to retrieve from that. That's what we're going to talk next time, and also about the liquid state. So thank you all for coming. I really appreciate that. That was our first talk. And I'm going to create a banner here with my website so everyone can go in and go away with 2 O's to possibility.com. Yes, and that's my website. And make sure you tune in. Another thing is that what would be really cool if you go into the website and subscribe to my newsletter. I'm giving newsletter every week of my adventures and insights from my adventures. I'm here in Portugal traveling around. Crazy things happening to me. You won't believe it. Some friends described it as we really want to put a GoPro on your head and see what's going on. So I'm sharing all these exclusive things that I'm not sharing anywhere else in my newsletter, really personal and intimate things. So make sure you subscribe in my website. And also, if you already want to start and you feel lost, and you can go now into my website and just ask for a discovery session, which is a 20 or 30 minutes conversation privately with me on Zoom. It stays between us, and I can explain to you a few things about process, and we're going to create some strategies and tools to see how you can already get away from this feeling lost and actually owning on to it. And also, you can start even with coaching if you're really ready to do change in your life and you really want to get there fast. You don't want to waste all this time stuck, and you have some things that you really want in life, like you want to improve your social circle, you want better relationship, you want to move from the place that you don't like to be, you want to quit this corporate job that you don't like and find something real to do. You need advice in marketing, coaching, how to become a coach yourself. You want to change your emotion, intellectual, physical, or energetic bodies and feed them, or you just want to find your purpose in life. What am I here for? You can start coaching with me right now, and we're going to go through all these things really quickly. Going to my website, there is more information. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoy my first talk about feeling lost. See you next week on the talk. If you want to jump in, we also have a private Zoom tomorrow for people that want to go deeper to that and want to have an intimate conversation. Let me know in the comments or just send me a private message if you want to tune into that. See you next week. Bye.